On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, this shit cool. I look fly, I look good.
Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I'm here to talk about basketball wives. Like I actually give a fuck. Okay, so Malaysia pop out her motherfucking G-Wagon on some G shit and some sweats ready to fight. And when I see it in the previews, I'm like, alright, this gonna make me like Malaysia again. This gonna be some, you know, some hype shit. This gonna be some G shit, right? This what I'm thinking, right? But then when I watch the episode and see how this shit started off and see why she brought her ass over there, I can only come to the conclusion that Malaysia is a miserable bitch right now and is looking for any opportunity to lash out at everybody but the person she want to lash out at, and that's Gennaro. Okay? She probably thought taking all this money was gonna make her feel better, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to find ways to, you know, let that angst out. And she's doing it on you bitches and collecting a check at the same time. I can't say it's a dumb thing to do, but I will say it's an annoying thing to do because she's annoying the fuck out of me. Okay? First of all, the altercation in which Brandy gets on the phone and calls Malaysia like she need backup or some shit while Duffy big tall ass standing right motherfucking there. Okay? Really? It was a possibility that Brandy big ass and Duffy's big ass was outnumbered by the Angels. The two smallest bitches here. Word. And it ain't even beef with both of them. It's beef. It ain't even really beef. First of all, Angel Love was there. She had been drinking a lot. She was, well, not a lot. She drank some of Jackie's cognac, which is, from what I understand from almost everybody that's tried it, spicy as fuck. Put some hairs on your chest. Like, you know, get you fucked up real quick. Okay? Which makes me feel like I need to go find it. Anyway, but, you know, it... I just didn't understand why it was such a big deal when she kind of drunkenly asked, wait, didn't Shawnee bring us all together? Like, isn't this Shawnee show? Okay, that's not a reasonable thing to ask for the new girl. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you keep saying that she's not your boss, but technically y'all are all on a show where she's the boss. Yeah, it's a bit confusing. I'm confused myself whenever I talk about it because at the same time, we all know that the network runs the show. And if the network wants to keep somebody, then the executive producer cannot override the network, okay? And having beef between Brandy and everybody else that she has beef with is profitable and makes this show slightly less boring. So let's not fucking act like, you know, Shawnee really does have the last say because she doesn't. But if she really wanted to put up a fight and be like, nah, I want the bitch gone, I'm sure she could. I'm sure she possibly could. Okay? But she didn't do that. So I guess she feel like, you know, Brandy must owe her something. But I kind of feel like, bitch, if it ain't in your hands, it ain't in your hands. So fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you did call a bitch and ask for your job back, Brandy. You called her. So obviously she must be your boss if you called her and submitted to her. Because that's what you did when you called and begged for your job back, bitch. And just because you ain't say, please, can I have my job back, you still called and asked her. And you called her more than twice. So as far as I'm concerned, more than thrice, bitch, you called the buku times. Whatever. But yeah, y'all. So because Angel asked her that, she gets on the phone and calls Malaysia and says that she asking me why. And I'm like, girl, mind your business. And then Malaysia's like, all I hear is my friend is outnumbered and I have to have my friends back. And it's like, or are you just trying to prove something because Duffy said that you wasn't really her friend after you played her dust last episode at that old whack ass party she threw? Oh, you called her party whack too. I didn't say that. You said that. Okay? So as far as I'm concerned, I feel like this cannot possibly really be about Angel Love or Angel Brinks. This is because I feel like Malaysia and fucking Brandy are two sour apple bitter bitches. And right now, I'm not fucking with them. Okay, like I don't agree. And now Duffy wants to be Malaysia's friend because she pulled up in some sweats and parked her fucking car in the middle of the street. Like that was smart. What if somebody would have stole that shit? You look like you left the keys in the ignition, bitch. Okay, security out here, executive producers and people shooting and shit out here, girl. You wasn't doing nothing real funky. You was gonna fuck up the little girl talking about she my hype, bitch. You know you goddamn well that girl ain't gonna fight you. And I'm just saying she didn't want to fight you because you wasn't even there. And wasn't nobody about to jump no big ass Brandy and Duffy. What you talking talking about? Malaysia, oh my God, get your fucking life. Any other time I'd be here for you, but y'all are just ignoring me. So they eventually have this big sit down with Shawnee at the end of the table, and everybody's trying to get them to talk, and even Malaysia is like trying to get them to come together and put aside their differences, because they shouldn't be beefing, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. Something nice must have happened, and now she's in a better mood. And here's the thing, like, I feel like at this moment we can all agree that even though Brandy is like fucking annoying, Shawnee is definitely a bitch and definitely does talk down on them and does act like she's above them, when at the end of the day it's like, bitch, you not my mama, I'm grown. And I understand where Brandy is coming from, and I understand why she feels the way she feels towards Shawnee, because Shawnee is an annoying bitch. Shawnee does say little slick shit and act like she ain't saying little slick shit. I can't be bothered with that. That is just so low on the totem pole. I just can't be worried about that. But bitch, you keep showing up though, huh? And let's not act like you above the bullshit. If you was above the bullshit, you would just be an executive producer and wouldn't have your fucking ass on this show arguing with your castmates and then making them feel like they gonna get fired if they do their fucking job and buck back on your disrespectful ass. But let's not even, well, fuck it, I did it. What you want me to do? Okay. And that's what the fuck I got to say about it, okay? And everybody, well, you need to apologize to Shawnee. You need to apologize to Shawnee. You need to apologize. Oh, y'all can suck on Shawnee's clit if y'all want to. But I'm gonna need for y'all to stop trying to impress that on everybody else. This ain't a regular fucking job. And obviously, if Shawnee felt that strongly enough to get her fired, and she could get her fired, she would have got her fired. So let's not even front. Shawnee want to make that motherfucking money too. And if she got to argue slightly back and forth with somebody just so they can have a storyline for the beginning or the middle or whatever the fuck this is of the season, so shall it be. Because at the end of the day, she got to feed all them kids, and it's about these ducats, I know, Shaquille O'Neal getting all of these, icy hot fucking, Ben Gay commercials and shit. But that don't mean she getting that money. You know what I'm saying? That's post-marriage, bitch. You're not entitled to that. So yeah, y'all. That's my thoughts on basketball wives. Whatever, bitch.
My mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag,